and you're a pretty happy person, but you just can't seem to attract specific things into your reality. That's when it is time to pull out the invisible mirror. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bendy, and here on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Have you been working on yourself? Have you feel like your desired reality is so close, yet so far away? Kind of like it's in a different dimension? I get it. I hear you. Today's video is going to be all about how to understand this concept of shifting into a different dimension and make it seem more realistic and accessible to you today. But before we get into it, I want to talk about today's sponsor, because you guys, we have a sponsor. That is right, we got somebody paying the bills. Shout out to Keen. Okay, so if you haven't heard about Keen, Keen is an online platform that allows you to connect to psychic advisors 24/7, as in anytime. You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with questions about life and what you want to do, somebody will be there for you. Try keen.com/brownandbendy, okay? My experience was really cool. Believe it or not, I am a skeptic. I've never done tarot reading or psychic advisory. I've never done that virtually. I'm used to meeting people, and you know, I was a yoga teacher before COVID, so I met a lot of people who were psychics and tarot readers, so I was really used to having that interaction in person. But that being said, my experience was really cool, and honestly, it humbled me, and that's what I was looking for. So I really enjoyed my experience. If you would like to try Keen out, they do have a new special for new customers. If you sign up now, you can get your first 10 minutes for $1.99. Just saying, that's a deal. So if you are interested, go to trykeen.com/brownandbendy so that you can get that discount. I'm going to say that again because I stuttered. trykeen.com/brownandbendy. Okay, let's get to the video. Okay, so we are here, and our desired reality is here. We feel like two different places. So what's the difference between here and here? What gets us from this place to this place? Our vibration? Kind of. Our vibration determines our frequency, and we have to change our frequency in order to switch dimensions, in order to switch into the dimension in which we feel is our desired reality. Now, I know dimension shifting can sound like very woo-woo and out there, but honestly, the concept became so much more understandable and realistic to me when it was explained in a more scientific sense. A dimension is not a place, it is a frequency. We're gonna get more into the difference between vibration and frequency into this video, but just so you understand the foundation of this video, in order to switch from one dimension to another, it takes a change in frequency. Much like with manifesting things in our current reality, in order to manifest something, you must vibrate at a specific level in order to match the vibration of whatever desire you're trying to bring into your reality. So when we talk about switching dimensions, we're talking about an overall shift. We're not just trying to manifest one thing or two things or a lifestyle. We're trying to manifest a new reality from every single aspect. We want to change our lives completely. And in order to do that, we have to change our frequency to match the frequency of that dimension. Reminder, dimensions are not a place, they are a frequency. Okay, so let's get down to the difference between vibration and frequency. Your thoughts determine your vibration. As in, every time our bodies move, every time we give our body a command, our brain is communicating to our body. Our brain sends a electrical energetic current through our body, and that creates our energetic vibration. Same thing with thoughts. Whenever we think a thought, that sends an emotion through our body, and that creates an energetic vibration. So if your thoughts tend to be positive, you have a more positive vibration. If your thoughts tend to be negative, you have a more negative vibration. But no one's all negative, no one's all positive. We're all a mixture of all these things, right? So what does that have to do with frequency? Frequency is the tuning. Okay, so you can vibrate really, really high and you can vibrate really, really low. But frequency is the tuning of where you are vibrating really high or where you are vibrating really low. Let me explain. So let's say that you are a person trying to evaluate your friendships and you want to become a person who has a specific type of friendship. That's fine. Having a good friendship or having good friends is a high vibrational experience, right? So as you raise your vibration, you will be able to attract those high vibrational experiences, having good friends. But let's say we want to get a little bit more specific in the reality that we want to be in. Okay, so high vibrational friends, we've got that covered. So let's say that you want friends who are fun. That's your intention. I want good friends who are fun. That's one frequency. Another frequency, I want good friends who are loving. That's another frequency. I want good friends who are loving and fun. Another frequency. It depends on where you are and what you want. Some people don't like friends who are all mushy and gushy and emotional and always hugging. And yeah, I'm that friend, and I have friends who are just like, girl, please calm down. It's not that serious. So I'm talking from experience. So one person, a higher vibrational friendship for them will be fun friendships. That is a high vibrational experience for them. So their frequency is going to be attracting friendships that are simply fun. But for another person, they might like that really intimate friendship connection. So that high frequency friendship would be more loving instead of a fun friendship. Getting all tongue-tied. Both high vibrational experiences, but two different frequencies. And then you have me who wants loving and fun friendships because I want everything under the sun, which is another frequency. It depends on the person that you are. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, it's only what you want. But the importance of frequency is understanding more specifically what you desire personally. That's when you start to become very specific about your intention and what you want for your life. Because vibrationally, we are just trying to attract higher vibrational experiences. But when we start getting into frequency, that's when we start to talk about the radio tuner. If you've read any Esther Abraham Hicks literature, you've heard of the radio frequency metaphor, like we are all radio towers and our desires are on different stations and we have to tune to the station of our desire. So frequency more so has to do with the specific intention of your desire, not necessarily the vibration. So let's say that you've been on your journey for a little while and you have the high vibration thing under wraps. Like you wake up every morning, you say thank you, you are so full of gratitude. All throughout the day, you're pretty positive and you're a pretty happy person, but you just can't seem to attract specific things into your reality. That's when it is time to pull out the invisible mirror, as I would call it. This is a really dumb metaphor, but I'm into it, so we're going to continue talking about it. So the invisible mirror to me means that you have to be like a detective behind the two-way mirror. Like, you know, when like in all the cop movies, when like the detectives are behind the mirrors and like the people are talking on the other side of the mirror and they're watching the conversation, but the criminal knows that someone's behind the mirror, so I don't really understand the point of the mirror. But anyway, you know the mirror I'm talking about. You want to be the detective on the other side of the mirror, just observing what's going on, right? And the reason that you want to do this is your vibration's high. You are happy the majority of the time. You just can't seem to get into the mindset of the reality that you want to shift into. So the reason that you want to do this whole invisible mirror technique is so that you can observe your thoughts and start to hold yourself accountable for the types of thoughts that you are having. Right now we're not talking about vibrational. We are a little bit out of the realm of, you know, are you thinking positively? Are you thinking negatively? Right now we are talking about looking at your thoughts and honestly asking yourself, do my thoughts reflect the reality that I want to shift into? And if they don't, what can I do to have thoughts that do reflect the reality that I want to shift into? So an example of this would be, I like the friendship metaphor, so we're going to stick with the friendship thing. Let's say that you are a high vibrational person looking for new friends, and you have been hanging out with a person, and after you hang out, you find yourself thinking, she doesn't really like me. I don't think she really likes me. I don't think this friendship is going to work out. And that would be a moment to ask yourself, are you thinking the thoughts of a person who already has loving friendships? Would a person with loving friends accuse a friend of not liking them? A person who has loving friends and knows that they have loving friends would think of 1,000,001 other things about a friend before they get to, this person doesn't like me. So when this happens, this is an opportunity to shift into that reality. I know a lot of you may say, well, what if she doesn't really like me? How will I find out? XYZ. This is the magic of reality shifting. Just try to be the person with loving friends. Just try. Don't think about the what ifs. Don't think about the, I am so sure she doesn't like me. I'm 100% sure because that's the vibe I got. Don't, just already be in the reality of being a person who already has loving friends. And give that person the benefit of the doubt, because that is what you would do if you were already a person with loving friends, because you would love them back. Going along with this example, if this is hard for you to convince yourself that this person does like you, maybe they just had something going on, that's when you would incorporate an affirmation. So in this example, the affirmation would be, I love my friends and my friends love me. Because an affirmation like that would help a person relax into the mindset of, this person doesn't have anything against me. It's not that this person doesn't like me. There's another reason that our energy didn't vibe today, but I'm just not going to find that out right now in this moment. And then that person will give themselves permission to let it go, instead of holding this thought that this person doesn't like them, and maybe, you know, they talk too much, or maybe, you know, they were too cheap, or XYZ, all these reasons that we come up for people not liking us, right? Now, I know you might be thinking, Dominique, this friendship example is really, really deep, but you have to stick with me because I'm going to get into this next part. A lot of times our limiting beliefs are hidden within the thoughts that we don't pay a lot of attention to. You can be high vibrational and still think, this person and I don't really vibe. Okay? You can be high vibrational and still have that thought. But again, we are talking about frequency. We're not talking about raising vibration. We are talking about matching frequency. So staying in this example, a person who has a hard time finding loving friends probably has a mindset that is rejecting loving friends. So by holding up a mirror to your thoughts and really understanding whether your thoughts align with the reality that you want, you will be able to organize your thoughts and organize the thoughts that align with the reality that you want to shift into. So if you hang out with a person and it's your desire to shift into a reality where you have loving friends, if you hang out with a person and your first instinct is to think, they don't like me, you can go with your first instinct, not call this person, and go on with your life. And that will keep you in the same patterns. Or you can challenge yourself and say, does this person not like me? And then think about how that thought is a reflection of your thought process. Do you like that person? Are you accusing them of not liking you because you don't like them? And then you can ask yourself, if you don't like them, why not? Or if we are getting back into like that lower vibrational conversation, if you ask yourself, does that person not like me? Is there something that you don't like about yourself that you feel like you showcased during your time with them, that you're feeling self-conscious about, so you're projecting that onto them? Holding a mirror up to your thoughts really helps you identify your limiting beliefs. Your limiting beliefs are what are standing in the way of you shifting into your desired reality. Our limiting beliefs aren't always low vibrational. They just don't align with the person that we want to be or the reality that we want to be in. So that is why it's so important to practice awareness and to stay aware of our thoughts. Even if we're high vibrational, even if we're very positive, we can still have thoughts that do not align with the lifestyle that we want for ourselves. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up so other people on YouTube know that it is valuable. If you would like me to expand on anything that I talked about in today's video, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and I'll be happy to talk about it in a future video. Last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed and that you click the notification bell so that you can be notified when I come out with new content. This way, you can become a reality bender and join the Bendy Bunch. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next upload. Bye.